I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are Kentucky Fried Critics.
Old King Bo, he was a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, he called for his bong, he called for his bag of weed.
Yeah, here we go. This is a crazy one. This was a fun one. This is a wild one. And for people who haven't seen it, you need to see it. Bo had never seen this.
Oh man, you sent me this and I was like, what the hell? What the fuck is Shane making me watch?
This is it's a fever dream of a movie. Like
Acid
literally.
trip.
It's so crazy. It's so fun. This is Shelley Duvall's Mother Goose Rock and Rhyme.
Fuck, what a mouthful.
It is. It's a lot.
That'd take up the whole marquee if it went to a theater.
Yeah, I mean, when I do this for the episode title, we're not Shelley Duvall. I love you.
Yeah, we love you.
I can't put all we won't be able to put nearly almost any information in the YouTube
That's
episode title because it would all like every character would be.
We wouldn't be able to put our episode number.
Oh, yeah,
it would be just
cut
all
off.
of it.
Yeah, because again, like you do a quote that's as long as that movie title, and then that movie title, and you'd be done.
Yep,
nothing. Yeah, this is. It's a wild ride, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
HR puffin stuff.
Yeah, no, this is.
But in the 90s.
It is totally like that idea. It's like it's this idea of like doing this pop culture medium fronted kids story.
Nursery
but it's
rhymes.
Not like kids pop culture. You know what I mean? Again, like just like it was like HR Puffin stuff, where it's like it feels very 70s culture. Even though the kids weren't necessarily in that culture, but it's just that's what the 70s were. This is totally like this is what the 90s looked like.
The 90s felt like.
The 90s vomited on this set. The early 90s.
Early 90s.
This is
like
be
clear.
This is like
not grunge era 90s.
Well, it's that era, but
Neon
it's not those people.
90s.
This is the edge of the 80s into the 90s, and so we get the crazy color combinations that were there in the 80s, and we start to get these weird shaped design things and stuff, you know, like I mean, like the circles with squiggly lines.
Things have to be slightly creepy.
It's I don't know. It's there though,
right?
It's what this movie is.
Fuck, dude,
it's a time capsule of the early 90s.
We get past the beginning bit with the dude and is like, "Oh, hi, mom. I don't like this. It's all weird." And he goes outside and it starts the first song, and I saw the rest of the set. The sky is just a blue blanket with cotton stuffed on it, and there's all these weird cardboard sets and shit. I was like, I'm in. Let's go. This is gonna be awesome.
It's an experience. People who have not seen it,
there's two ways to experience this. You can show it to your kids and they're gonna have a good time and it's like nice happy family time, or you can kick back with a big old blunt and watch this and just giggle your ass off.
I love that you said that because again, we picked this movie to be a movie for
kids.
For Jack.
Yeah,
like
Jack.
This was a kid's month. We didn't even say anything last week about the fact that he wasn't here because I think we were both just so like, what the fuck, kid?
What the hell?
But he did it to me again. He was like, I was like, you gonna watch this? No, he watched Milk Money.
Yeah.
Remember I guess it's counting Saturday the 14th. But like I said, that one existed in a place where he was already like hearing me for a month of saying Friday the 13th and how he shouldn't watch it.
Yeah. He's probably like, nope, that one's probably scary too. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely, it's 2 or 3 in where he's just been like, nope. Even though we did this to give him the chance to come back.
Show.
He
was grumbling about it.
He was. He did want me to tell everybody he'll be back for Christmas.
Yeah, he's more excited about Christmas.
We're going to be officially kicking off Christmas. We'll talk more about that at the end. We don't want to jump the gun because we've not even told them the beer yet.
No, the beer, which is just perfect for this movie, is called who does it? Hang on.
Goose Island.
It's Goose Island's Honker's Ale.
Yeah.
How perfect is that for Mother Goose?
Well, it's even more perfect than when we picked it. when we picked it, I think I didn't even know for sure. I had originally got it to be something else, and I'm not going to humiliate myself with what I originally had thought we were going to do.
Throw in the comments, I guess, whatever you think it was.
Yeah, whatever you thought I might have accidentally done, if you think you can. I can promise you it had no connection to Goose because my head wasn't in that space when I thought about it. But so...
Some obscure baseball movie, maybe?
I'm glad that you don't remember.
I don't.
That's good.
All I can think is Fly Away Home.
Well, no, because again, I wasn't a Goose. I didn't think Goose. I'll tell you when we're finished since you don't remember.
Awesome.
But yeah, so... The Honkers was just after we were leaving, I was like, oh shit, that doesn't work for what I wanted. Now I have to think about what we can do. And then that's when like Fly Away Home came up because I was telling you like, need to figure out what the hell we can do with Honkers. And that's when we were trying to come up with these different things.
Goose movies.
And so I was trying and thinking. Then I got home and I was like, I know what I want to do with that beer now. And I told you this movie. And then and again, I have watched this movie maybe last year, and it's funny. That's why Jack said he didn't want to do it. He was like, "You mean that movie Mom made me watch?
That weird movie?"
And so
Your kid has no whimsy.
He has seen it, but he just didn't want it. He was not into watching it again to talk about it. I think he likes the like coming into something fresh and coming to give his opinion about like these movies that he's not seen. I know, I get it, but I think that's where he's coming from.
Yeah,
and so I think that's what soured him was just that he was like, I already know. It's not a hot take because I've seen it.
Yeah, but like the people haven't heard your take on it.
I know. I get it. You get it. But so then, when I showed it to him, I probably didn't watch it as intently as I watch it for doing a podcast about a movie. And so like I really paid attention. So yeah, Honkers is so perfect because Mother Goose in this movie, it's not even, the goose is there. Yes, Goose. But Mother Goose has a goose. She has a pet goose in this movie
named Honker.
And
he left Rhymeland and opened a brewery.
And this is his ale. We are truly celebrating Honker.
Honker. It's like that duck in the Marine Corps. Like they won in a card game and it just went to the Pacific with them and drank and shit.
Honker is now our unofficial mascot for this episode. Go Honker. We love you. Way to go, Goose. You goose, you.
Honk, honk.
Although geese normally frighten me. They are a much more malicious animal than
the ones we have here are mean.
Dude, that's not just here. That's just
Is
geese.
that everywhere?
Yeah, geese are way more territorial
than like
a duck.
People keep throwing bread at them, and then they come up at you expecting you to have it. And
but
when
the
you
ducks don't do that to you, and it's the same thing. Because
the ducks are small and cute. The goose is like 4 foot fucking tall sometimes.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Like I said, geese scare me.
8-foot wingspan.
All right, let's just go ahead and get into this. Let's get okay, so I know I say all the time, this is going to be quick, and then it's not. Well, and I guess at this point, we're just embracing the fact that it's not going to be quick.
Yeah.
That's if you
let's
like
be honest,
something,
an hour and a half is quick for us.
Well, I don't even mean the full episode.
Go watch one of our other episodes.
Well, I don't even mean the full episode. I just mean like the getting through the cast. Like we'll say that, but then we both just do this thing where like we say the person, we're like, let's talk about
them for 10 minutes.
So what I'm going to tell people from now on isn't that I'm going to get through this quick. It's just that if you don't appreciate people that stop and get sidetracked while talking about who's in the cast, this isn't the podcast for you because we are 100%. We've tried to just list it out and then talk about it later. But that's not how our brains work. Like we have to say the thing when we hear the name, and if not, it's out of our heads.
Oh, it's fine. If they can't handle this podcast, they could never hang at the family reunion.
Oh, definitely
They'd never get a word in.
Definitely not. Between how fast we all talk, the volume at which
how loud we all talk,
they would never. But so
the key is to wait for somebody to breathe.
But so this time, I promise it'll be quick because we are not going to talk about everybody that's in the movie in the beginning because there are too many people. This movie is. We'll say that right now. It's full.
Yeah,
full. It is pop culture reference after reference. 100%, we will forget somebody. It's gonna happen. We're gonna try to mention as many of the people that mattered to us that when we saw them, we were like, did you see this guy? But we're gonna save that while we're just talking about shit this time. Because, again, if we try to do the list, with the way we do things, we would be here too long because we would go down the list and get sidetracked on 30 names.
Go watch the movie. There's a list at the end of the movie. They do the whole picture, name, all of it.
And we would, if me and
it's
Bo,
still like 5 minutes long.
Yeah, if me and Bo were to do that to each other, the number of tangents we would go off as we're saying these people's names.
No, fuck it. Let's do a 3-hour podcast on Mother Goose's Rock and Rhyme.
I'm not ready for that today.
Nobody
if we would have planned it out and you wanted to come in and say that, if I had the 3 hours to do, I would tell you, let's do it for old time's sake. But I did not plan accordingly.
All of our subscribers just start leaving slowly.
We would have a blast.
Yeah, we'd have fun. And everybody else would be like, oh my God, I don't care.
But we are not going to do that.
Yeah, no.
We are going to try. Again, this season is about trying to be more professional. We are locking in our skills, showing off what we've learned, and just being better about it, right?
We still haven't started either. I can hear the keyboards. Start the fucking show.
It's okay. They can deal. So the director.
There we go. We finally got there.
We have Jeff Stein. He is he directed mainly music videos, but not even not modern.
Yeah, not like MTV music videos.
Like when it used to just be like stage footage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like he would like
Black Sabbath with the swirly shit in the background.
Or like Zeppelin. I don't think Sabbath was one of them. I think Zeppelin. For some reason, that's sticking in my head. Don't quote me on. I know one for sure is Billy Idol.
Nice.
But I can't tell you what song it was. So I don't know.
Had to have been one of the early ones, right?
Probably, because his later ones started to get into MTV style video where there's a story and a plot-ish.
By the time you get to White Wedding, that's like a production.
Yeah, and so it was definitely not that. I know that. But so yeah, that's where most of his directing comes from, which I
get. There's a lot of music and dance stuff in
there.
There
is
kind of.
Yeah, no,
They make you want.
We'll save that. Let's get through these people.
I almost went on a tangent.
You almost said. I'm trying to get us there.
Let's go. I'll
just
shut up.
The only other thing I want to say about the director, before we just throw him to the wind, is that he is known also for writing. And the thing that not everyone, people of our age and older, are gonna know that
if you watched Nick at Night in the 90s.
Whatever. I was young enough. I remember watching original run, Mr. Belvedere. But Mr. Belvedere, he was the writer creator. Like I don't even just mean like he wrote for the show. He was the developer.
This was his nightmare.
The idea
fever dream. One night he snapped awake and went, Mr. Belvedere.
A man who's a butler for a family in like small town America. Like I never understood why that
he envisioned it as a horror, right? Though and he murders the family because he loses
a different time. The writers, this is gonna be really quick because none of these people wrote like
mainstream
huge things that people are gonna know unless you were also just a fan of other Shelley Duvall projects, because there are 4 people involved in the writing of this movie, 2 that wrote the story, 2 that wrote the teleplay. All 4 of them have worked with Shelley Duvall on her other kids' projects that she had made in the 80s.
The fairy tales.
Fairy tale theater, Tall Tales, which is like pitched before the version that we were able to find.
Mac Davis.
And then she also did Nightmare Classics, which is the shortest
that one sounds cool. I want to see that one.
They only did 4 episodes. It got canned really quick. And then
like a Nightmare Fever Dream version of this. Yeah, give it to me.
It's like retellings of classic kids' scary stories. So probably like I've not seen this one. I've seen the rest of them. I've seen Fairy Tale Theater. I've seen Tall Tales. But yeah, probably The Man with the Hook, Bloody Mary. You know, like, and so it's like just these. So yeah, probably kind of like this, but horror. But again, like I can't promise that. I've not seen them.
If anybody knows where that's at, please let us know. I want to see it.
Again, I do know there were only like 3 or 4 episodes made, and then that one got
lost.
Canned.
They're probably lost.
But so yeah, Shelley Duvall did a lot of this type of kids theater, but filmed projects throughout the 80s. And so yeah, these people all worked for her on different ones, and so we have Rod Ash, Mark Curtis. They both worked with her for Fairy Tale Theater. They did the teleplay,
whatever that means.
It means they made the story pitchable for TV. Whereas in the other two people that were involved were the writers of the story. So they came to Shelley with like, hey, we got this crazy story about Mother Goose having a kid. And the other people were like, let's pitch it for so it can make sense. Again, remember screenplay. Teleplay is just a screenplay, but for TV.
Yeah, that's right.
You got yourself confused because you heard new word and didn't realize it's just the same word it's
the same word. Fucking English.
They just like, they tweaked it. They tweaked it a little bit.
Bastards.
But so the people who wrote the story is Hillary Hinkle and Linda Engel Sapin. It's a weird name, dude. I'm trying my best on that one.
We're sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. But so Hillary worked on Tall Tales and Legends with Shelley Duvall.
Nice. I liked the preview in the beginning of this.
I watched that
Martin
one.
Short, Mac Davis.
I watched that one. It was on Showtime when I was a small child, and I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see any of this shit. I would have watched this when I was a kid.
I saw reruns of Fairy Tale Theater again. Like that one was like 83. But Showtime still showed it since they were showing the newer ones that she was releasing. So I saw it, but I don't want to imply a thing about my age that is not true. I was not old enough for original run.
Damn it.
Yeah, I was not old enough for original run in Fairy Tale Theater.
Not that old.
Well, I'm not even trying to say that. I'm just not trying to claim the cred for it, right? Like I'm not trying to be like I was there. I seen it. Don't quote the old. Don't quote the old words to
posers. Me. I am the OG pop culture guy.
Exactly.
I have been there for everything.
I'm trying to make sure that people understand I'm not doing.
Got that hipster hat. You know.
I'm not saying I have the
hipster
glasses. I definitely saw it later. I did just still see it in my childhood. God bless Showtime and the movie channel for putting weird shit like this on.
See, that's probably why I didn't have those. That's probably why I missed all this shit.
Yeah, we always had some movie channel, and it was usually Showtime and the movie channel because they were the cheapest package. We gotta twist back because again, the only people in the cast that I want to mention in the beginning, not as we talk about them. There's only like 4, and so we're gonna get them out of the way. Shelley Duvall, obviously, her name was in the beginning. You know she's here. You're not gonna if you're an actress, you're not gonna produce a movie like this
and not be in it.
I will give her credit. She didn't have to be one of the main characters. And she did it well. Because sometimes when someone does something like that, you're going to be like, oh, you just gave yourself the biggest part and you didn't. No, but she also, again, at this point, she had done children's fare for a decade. And she shows it. Yeah. She puts on the performance.
She has the voice.
That you can tell little kids eat up.
I'm Little Bo Peep and I've lost my sheep.
Well, again, she is hot. She is scantily clothed.
Right. She's got the really psychedelic fucking dress and
but
shit.
But she does this
pushed up.
She does her silly kid performance so well that you do indeed forget that that's how she is. You just focus on this character that she presents. So she does a very good job.
The big hat helps too, because it's always just flopping everywhere,
half hanging on her head.
Right.
When you see it from the back, it is literally almost vertical.
It's got to be like either like bobby pin to her head so it doesn't fall off.
But so yeah, we don't need to talk a lot about Shelley Duvall. We all know who Shelley Duvall is. Obviously, if you don't, go watch The Shining to see some early, and then go watch Fairy Tale Theater, Tall Tales and Legends. Come back, watch this, then maybe go watch. I don't know. She's
Avalanche. Let's watch Avalanche.
She's famous, guys. You should know who we're talking about. Again, just Shelley Duvall.
Yeah,
go watch. I don't know what to tell you.
If you don't know who she is, I feel bad for you.
So the next thing I'll say though is that the Dan Gilroy, who is our main character. Shelley Duvall, Little Bo Peep. Dan Gilroy, Gordon Goose. They're our main characters. They're the ones we're following for the whole story. Adventure is better because
there's no story. You're being way too fucking nice.
I know it's too but so
the listeners can't hear your air quotes over there.
That way they know.
There we go. That's the sound effect for air quotes.
But so yeah, Dan Gilroy, not someone I expect you to know unless you just happen to know a lot about Shelley Duvall, but we just talked to you like maybe you probably don't.
Yeah,
so maybe you probably
seen
don't.
him with her.
But he is not. He's done other things, but smaller projects, theater-related projects. Obviously, you can kind of get that vibe from most of the people on the set for this movie.
Yeah.
They like theater because this is very much like a televised theater project.
You could easily make this a stage play.
Definitely.
Just same script, don't have to change a fucking thing.
But so the one thing that's of note about Dan Gilroy is that Dan Gilroy and Shelley Duvall met on the set of this movie and then started dating, and they stayed together. They never married. I
Smart.
think. Well, she had already been married and had a messy.
Yeah, I get it.
So she was like, "I'm not doing that again." But so they did stay. They stayed together, and they were together until she passed away 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Something like that. Just sad.
But so good on them.
Right.
I love that because that just makes you enjoy watching what you're watching even more because it makes you feel because their characters do indeed fall for each other.
Yeah,
and so
they don't
it
like
makes
each
you
other at
feel
first.
It makes you feel like you're watching it
in
for real.
like real
you're
time.
like, oh, did they fall? Is that the moment? Is this the moment?
When he's like leaning back, checking her ass out, like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gives a little bit more nuance to it. I liked when I read that. I was like, that's so sweet.
Oh,
because I did not know that. It's not one of those.
Yeah, now you're thinking about it, and you're just like, oh, I like
facts.
I like this movie even more now.
The other person we need to talk about before we start is Mother Goose because she is only in the beginning 30 seconds. I mean, it's more than that, but it feels like 30 seconds, and she's only in the final feels like 30 seconds. For a person who's...
She's in the middle for 30 seconds, long enough to cock block her son.
10 in the moon. 10 seconds in the moon, yeah. So again, she's not really here, but she's here.
She's
right?
here.
So we got to talk about her. That's Jean Stapleton, Edith Bunker.
Archie.
And so she is famous. You've seen her everywhere. If you haven't, definitely go watch All in the Family because that's the one that you should. Because if you've not watched All in the Family, I don't know.
You're probably easily offended
it.
if you haven't watched All in the Family.
Well, again, like younger people, I can see there's not really access to that. I can understand that.
Is Nick at Night still a thing?
But even if it is that on it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Now it would probably be like Friends and
so
shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like we can't even go where you wanted to go. It could be worse.
Turner Classic TV, is that still a? Do they still do like old TV shows?
So I can forgive that if you've never seen it, but just know that you should, and know that she is super famous, and you should know the things.
And
that's a good starting point because you will get the reference immediately because that show starts with this song that is the inspiration for the Family Guy opening. So you will immediately be like, "Oh, I probably should know these references."
When you hear her voice, you're gonna hear that fucking going down the
yeah. Yes. Again,
I don't know the words, but that fucking screechy tone.
I love it.
Yes.
But so again, Jean Stapleton, very famous. We don't need to say a whole lot. Go look her up if you don't know who we're talking about. The last person I want to talk about before we get into the movie is Brian Bonsall. He's the guy who plays... Well, he's the kid. He's the kid who plays Michael. The kid. We're jumping the gun and telling you.
Yeah, he's at the very end.
The very end. Again, it doesn't matter.
But he's very important. Everything would have ended if it were not for him.
This actor, it blew my mind looking these things up. So when you see him in the movie, I instantly recognized the kid when I saw him. And I recognized him as Preston Waters from the movie Blank Check. Like instantly, I clocked it. This is like 3-4 years before that movie, so he's younger, but he's got the face and I clocked that.
Yeah, it's been, I missed it. Oosh.
What I didn't clock, however, was that this kid, and again, he's so close to the same age, and so it's mind-boggling that I had never made that connection, but also the fact that as the kind of person I am who watches a movie and randomly is like, I'm going to look up 100 facts about it. Yeah. I never stumbled onto the fact that
Before he started a podcast, like this is what he did.
I had never run into the fact that this kid, Brian Bonsall, the Preston from Blank Check, is also Andy Keaton from Family Ties. The little Michael J. Fox, the little Republican, the 5-year-old
the tiny Republican.
I did not know that was him.
No.
On top of that, I did not know that all of these people are also the same person who played Alexander Rozhenko. I hate that name. It's Russian.
You gotta do it with the Russian.
Rozhenko.
Alexander Rozhenko.
Whatever.
Because he was raised by Russian parents.
But he's
turnips.
half Klingon.
Yeah.
A quarter Klingon, three-quarters Klingon. I can't remember exactly what
because his mom
lineage.
is full Klingon, right?
Was she? Was she also half? I can't remember.
I can't fucking remember.
So again, it doesn't matter, but you guys get what we're saying. We're Star Trek geeks, and he was on Star Trek as well as everything else.
As Worf's annoying fucking son.
Look, all I'm telling you is the show was on for like 7 seasons.
Yeah.
The kid was in 7 episodes. If that didn't tell you something, I don't know what does.
Most annoying episodes. He's also in one episode of DS9 when he's like a teenager and he's just as useless as he used to be.
But so I only wanted to mention him because all of that was shocking information I was looking at.
I wondered why I hated the kid as soon as I fucking saw him.
All right. Now that we're here, we can just talk about those things that we were about to let loose before we talked about these few people. And one of the first things I'll say is this is a first for us. This is a made for TV, straight to VHS. I don't know which it actually was. I don't know if she made it for like a movie network that she was working. Again, like a lot of her stuff was for Showtime. I don't know if it was that or if it was for this lyric entertainment or whatever that we saw, because again, this is one of our
1-800 fucking buy now. You had to buy the VHS over TV.
I do know that it was sold that way. Again, I just don't know which one came first.
Whether they did it for TV, then put it out that way, or did that first and then just put it on TV
and then released it to a couple of channels. Yeah,
could be either way.
It could. Yeah, oh no, back then 100% it could. Like if you do one of those home release ones and it sells enough, then some network will approach you to put it on their channel. If you do it on some channel and it was like a one-time, because back then, remember, it used to happen like one season they'd show that movie. And maybe it never came on TV
Lex
again.
got picked up for like the rest of the show, the little movie they did.
That's how the Olsen twins sold their movies. Think about Double, Toil and Trouble and To Grandmother's House We Go. Those were made originally on TV. And then they sold them through their Olsen twins, like, empire.
DVD network.
Well, at VHS, dude, those would have been when they were, that was 5 or 6. So that would have been, like, 91, 92.
I like the Hocus Pocus one. The one, the
Double, Toil, Trouble.
Yeah, that one. I'm like, what's the fucking one where the grandma's a witch and she's trapped in a mirror? Fuck.
Double, Toil and Trouble.
Yeah, I like that one.
To Grandmother's House We Go is the Christmas one, in case you were wondering. Where they have to get to grandmother's house for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember that one.
All right.
It was fucking...
But so that's the era and the type of movie
the type of movies we're talking about.
I at least remember how we got on that tangent.
There you go.
So that at least works for us.
It's better than the last one. We were like, how the fuck did we get here?
Now, the other thing we can say about this movie is that it was a weird vibe, not in like the visuals. We already said that's like an acid trip. It's a crazy vibe you should see. But I mean, like the vibe of the movie, and that they want you in title and in like everything you see and the people in the movie to think you're watching a musical.
Barely.
But it's not. It tricks you because it starts like the beginning kicks off like within 5 minutes there's a song.
Yeah.
And it is a full song. I don't even mean like they give you like
full thing.
Everybody's dancing. You think again.
There's kids singing. Even
you think it's gonna be. It's got the triplets. Del Rubio triplets.
There you go.
Yeah. And again, like so, the song was written by Gilroy, the guy playing Gordon Goose, and he wrote it and then pitched it to them so they would be in the movie. Right? Like, it's genius when you think about it. But again, it's not a
it's not. This is the last song for like 30 minutes.
45. Something. I don't know. But then the thing is, though, it tricks you into they almost sing things, right? Like, they get sing-songy.
They'll start one, and then, like, the background music will keep playing the refrain.
But they're not.
But they're just going on with the scene with their, like, weird, awkward humor.
This movie... is so...
It teases being a fucking musical.
It wants to be a musical.
The third act is a musical. The first two are not.
But even the third act, there are, like we said, that's when the rest of the songs happen. But there's still only 3, and 2 of them are like a minute long. Like they're not even like full songs.
I know, but at least one of them's mostly a dance number.
But yeah, I think that is the greatest.
And they have all these like musicians throughout the entire movie.
Yes,
like, the whole thing should have been a
so
musical.
It is. That's the other thing we said. There's a huge cast to this. That's why we didn't do them for our normal breakdown. We're just going to kind of do this. We'll do this real loose, and I'll just ask you who your favorite people you saw pop up were. But yeah, like it is full of cameo guest spots. 90% of them being music, which is again why your brain thinks it's a musical, because like you see all these stars where you're like, I saw who, Bo?
Cyndi Lauper.
Just throw out, yeah,
Cyndi
I was like,
Lauper's there.
Throw out a name.
Doesn't
Cyndi
sing,
Lauper
doesn't sing a note.
Song. Paul Simon doesn't sing a word.
He starts to sing.
Art Garfunkel, who
you
barely
notice.
He barely even.
I didn't notice him. I was like, who? Because he's in the credits at the end, and I was like, "Where the fuck was he?" I didn't even hear anybody mention Georgie Porgy in this fucking movie.
Don't.
Right? See what I'm saying?
I swear I went back and listened, and I don't think they say out loud Georgie Porgy. We're just supposed to know that he is Georgie
Rat
Porgy.
bastards.
Or if they said it, they definitely said it
quick
one time.
Yeah, under their breath. Georgie Porgy.
So yeah, the movie is just full of music stars, like big, huge, different types of music.
Yeah.
Little Richard.
Yeah, but at least he sings a fucking song, though.
I will give you, he sings a song.
It's not the song I want from him.
No, it's not. And it's the song I want from him
would have fit perfect in this movie.
The Itsy Bitsy Spider.
And he's there. Why? There's no rights issue. He owns the fucking movie. Just cut him in for a piece of the profit.
I don't know what's going on.
20% at the gate. God damn.
But instead we have this whole, he is Old King Cole. But Old King Cole also happens to be the founder of rock and roll.
Apparently.
I liked that was a weird twist that we put in there.
Yeah.
He's Old King Cole, the founder of rock and roll.
And you know he wrote that song.
Oh, definitely.
There's
no, actually I looked. All of the songs were written and produced by people not performing. Yeah, all of them. So Gilroy did it, and then somebody else for 2 of the songs. And then the 2 songs that were Little Richard and the other Old King Cole song that was right before that one. The introduction.
We want the king.
Yeah, the We Want the King.
Bring on the food.
That one, those 2 were produced by the same guy.
Oh, okay.
But again, not and written and stuff, but it's not Little Richard. Little Richard did not.
Awesome drum solo in that fucking thing with the glitter and shit coming off the drums.
The water, the milk, or whatever. I don't even know what it was, but he definitely had something, and it had the dopest effect. Right, it was drumming.
It was really cool.
This movie was a lot of fun, but it does trick you with all. Of these
all the
musical...
songs kind of happen in like the same 10 minutes.
Well, again, we open, and then we have those 2 songs, and then. No, you're right. No, it's not even 10 minutes. It is literally, we open with 1, right? And then the other 3 are back to back to back.
Yeah.
Because it's it's the We Want the King. It's Old King Cole singing himself.
And then he drops into the dungeon with the...
And then the heavy metal band
Gordon come out and play. That's actually kind of a banger.
Yeah. Well, it's something. It's like Gordon come out to play, but I also wrote it down as like it's something bad boy. You know, like because he has the line about bad boys constantly too. I love the metal song.
Yeah,
it's my favorite in the movie.
Yeah, no, it's the best one.
I could put both of those as like ringtones. The hop to it, and the metal song. Like both of those. It.
Don't be late.
Well, actually,
no, that's your alarm.
I was I was just about to say that. I was like, that's just an alarm.
That's the one that wakes you up in the morning.
I could do that too.
You could.
When the movie started with
Dude, no, you send it to me. I want it.
No, when the movie started with that and Gordon was upset. I don't know about you, but I was like, Gordon, you're wrong. That song is dope.
That's how you start your fucking day,
man. Like I'm listening to it like I could start my day like that. every day.
He figures
Hop
it
to
out by the end of the movie.
Hop to it. Don't be late. Hop to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get down.
Today's great.
He's so wrong.
Yeah, no, this is the best way.
But the two King Cole songs I could do without. They're not bad. I want to I preface this because I said this to you
for Little Richard.
Well, I said this to you before we started, and that's what you said. You're like, "Oh, you don't like Little Richard," and I was like, "It's not against Little Richard. It's just that
sing me the meatball song." Damn it.
Well, and
That's
the
all I
other two
want from
songs
you.
are so good, and like they leave a lasting impression on me because they are very their own thing, right? Like the two Little Richard songs feel generic.
Little Richard songs,
right? The Little Richard one feels generic, Little Richard, and then the We Want the King is barely a song. It's a chant.
Yeah,
it's a chant.
It's almost We Want the Fun,
right? Like we weren't breaking any barriers with these songs here. All right, but so like I said when I started this, we won't worry about every person. If we do, we'll forget people. People will be mad at us for getting people. So instead of trying to tell you we're going to remember everybody, I'm going to ask Bo a couple of your favorite people.
Cyndi Lauper, and who ended up being fucking Woody Harrelson, who I didn't
catch the first time.
Didn't catch until the
playing
credits.
The duo together. Yes. They are Mary and Lou Lamb.
Yeah.
I love that they say that like it's her like they're like, Mary Lamb. Not Mary who had a little lamb. Mary Lamb. That's her first and last name. Which means she married Lou, which is funny because, yes, they act like an old married couple, but they also say things that directly imply they are not married.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I had two perfectly good husbands I lost because of him.
Right? Which implies that they maybe aren't married. He still just is there.
Yeah.
But again, for her name to be
Mary Lamb
and his to be Lou Lamb.
Yeah.
Did they just get married at the end? Because again, we know
he ran off the other two husbands. He's like, fuck it.
And Gordon, don't forget the story from high school. He tried to take her out.
The lamb fucking cock blocked him.
He immediately was just like, I'm done.
Wow, talk about being fleeced.
Which means, yes. The dad jokes in this fucking movie are phenomenal, dude.
I love the dialogue. It's
Most
so
of them
cheesy.
are going to be above a little kid's head. So they are dad jokes. Because again, they're not good adult jokes. They are dumb level humor.
Dad jokes who's like, I'm trying to be funny, but my kid's over here.
Right? It's so good. They are two of my favorites. The one that I think as a kid I never would have I 100% would not have recognized her because she is not in that much that I know. I mean, she's in a couple of things, but they were like B movies like I knew when I got older. But as an adult now, when I watched it, and I was like, "That's cool as shit." I can't believe she's here. Is Little Miss Muffet is played by Pia Zadora, who was in Hairspray.
It's the beatnik lady.
The beatnik lady with the jet black hair that's iron flat.
Fucking scares the fucking
and I think
kids
when
they run away.
I think when we did that episode, I had to look her up because both of us like I don't even again, this was so long ago and this was when we did like full runs of episodes.
That was like episode 10 or something.
That
was a long time ago.
It was like I think it was like right after the first Christmas. So like we're coming up on 2 years since that one. Jesus Christ.
Was a long time ago.
But yeah, like that one is one where I feel like I stopped in episode because you were like, I felt like I knew that lady from something and I had to stop to be like,
yeah, she's been in other shit.
She has, but not things we know. Well, again, not things we would have known then. I've seen a couple of them since then, but again, she was in like B movie type things, like weird things.
Yeah.
And apparently this and Hairspray, which are two movies I watched a lot. And so I don't know if that justifies the look at her.
Subliminally imprinted on your brain from an early age.
That's all I can imagine because
she's hot as fuck.
So yeah, Little Miss Muffet is one that
she can sit on my tuffet.
And then the other one that I really love is Brian Setzer and the Stray Cats, the band.
Oh, yeah.
who, again, they are, I think in the movie, I mainly wanted to even say this just so that way I can point this out, so that way hopefully if someone knows, they can tell me. He's definitely the band he's like the house band at Georgie Porgy's bar. So he's like they're all like cats.
Place in town, man. It's got all these hound dogs and shit.
The band is the Stray Cats, and they are dressed like cats, so it's just very fitting.
They should have had him behind one of those like cages, like in Blues Brothers, because there's just nothing but dogs in the front.
Yeah. So the part though that I need people at home to help me with is I think they are also the band that does
the Demon Monkey Band that does the
song that we were talking about,
hair metal song.
The Gordon Come Out and Play. Yeah. Because when you watch the movie, the credits show and IMDb that it's a band called The Dank. But if you try to look that up, there is no band from the 80s/90s called The Dank.
Which is sad. It's a good name.
It is a good name, but it would also have been an actual metal band name, not whatever this movie thought metal music was, because this isn't even hair metal.
No, it's like it's what an old person in the early 90s thought hair metal sounded like, but they just happened to luck into it being catchy.
Well, and they put it through the most pop lens they could.
Yes.
Like hair metal today, we look at it through a pop lens because it became music that everybody listened to. But I mean, this is literally like you take what is traditionally pop music and feed it a hair band song, and this is what would come out, right? Like
they just lucked out that it was good,
and it was so good. I loved it.
It's the best one in the movie
with the mask, on, and
they're musicians
and the hair.
Dude,
the mask isn't even the worst part. The mask was only there because it had I feel like if they could have gotten away with cheap wigs without the mask, they would have done that. They just did this because they wanted this. Again, I want to ask you, because I kept saying it was like Gene Simmons / like Kiss style wigs.
Oh yeah, totally.
I said that to my wife, and she said, "You mean Slash from Guns N' Roses?"
I mean, he has like poofy hair, but like
again,
Gene
like
Simmons has he has the like weird top knot on the top too. Did any of them have that?
No, they were all the same, different masks, but all the same hair.
Yeah,
coming off of the mask.
I got Kiss vibes from it.
I did too. Well, it's because of the mask. The masks that they were on were definitely Kiss vibe masks.
We just needed one of them to like spit blood.
If they would have put actual white makeup on top of the mask,
one of them have the star.
It would have just looked like Kiss. Great. Either way, you get the point here is that that's the vibe they wanted. They wanted this late 80s, early 90s metal, which again is not what Kiss or really Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses closer.
Yeah.
But neither one of them really.
I don't know, when Kiss took their makeup off and had that like awful album, that was pretty like generic 80s pop metal.
Maybe that's what they're going for. I know which song you're talking about.
Whoa! Come on. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, again, I don't know who these people who made that song were. I don't know what they thought. Like
you just want to be in the meeting, right? Of when they were like coming up with it.
This is why I'm saying, if people at home, if you at home know more about who actually performed it, who was in the mask, is the person in the mask who performed it? I have questions that I need answers to, and IMDb and most of the internet has no clue. They're all over the place. I do know is
like one of the writers fucking messages us and it's like, oh yeah, I know this.
Good. I want more. It's so small and it doesn't matter, but I need to know. It bothers me.
Please, he's not going to sleep tonight if you don't. Like,
well, that's just it. By the time they hear this, I haven't slept.
I haven't slept for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while. So please.
He's having crazy hallucinations, guys. You got to help him.
Please email me. Let me know. A few others. So we've already said Art Garfunkel, Paul Simon, Not together, because this is
No.
at a point in time where they were.
We're not talking, I think.
I think it's so awesome that they got both of them in the movie.
same
They had
movie.
to have not told them.
Different days. They're just like, all right,
Well,
Art's coming in to film this bit. Paul's going to come in to film this bit. There's like 2 weeks apart
I feel
from
like
each other, so
they
there's
didn't even
no
tell
chance.
them that they were both in it, right? Like they were like, shh.
But what was this, like 92?
It was 1990.
90? Yeah, no, they were not talking to each other at that point.
So yeah, I love that both of them are in the movie. We had Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin
dude,
is
like crazy
being a
cat carnival barker guy.
Oh, there's
or
a word
wolf,
for
or
him.
what
I
was
can't
he?
remember. I think it's Barker.
Yeah,
I think
carnival
that's right.
barker. Yeah, it's the guy who just yells things to get you to come.
Come
look
on,
at stuff.
come on, come see the amazing melted boy.
Hey, he did a good job.
It's just a toned down version of what he's doing in fuck, what's it called? Oh my god.
From dusk
Yes.
to dawn.
Fuck me. Why did that just immediately leave my head?
I don't know, but it was good. I'm glad we talked about it before, so I was able to help back you up. Because if not, I would have just been crickets.
Yeah, just
while I was staring at you. I don't know, Bo.
You should
come
have.
up with
You
it.
should have just been like, "Come on, man.
I can't do that to
How
somebody.
fucking good are you?"
I can't do that to somebody. I can only do that to somebody when I set it up to do that to somebody. I didn't set. You did that to yourself, and I wasn't.
I had it before I started talking.
I figured, and that's why I couldn't let you beat yourself up like that. I had to, since I knew I had to help. I had to help. One of the people that I think we need to mention, again, not one of my favorite. Well, I guess actually, I take it back. My favorite performance, I only like the Stray Cats because I wanted to mention that I need people to tell me.
Yeah, like I want to know what happened.
So that was actually a cheat. Not actually my favorite. I want to go back and fix this, what I said. My favorite is Harry Anderson as Peter Piper.
Yes.
Because, dude, I love Harry Anderson.
I want to know how many takes it took.
Well, I love Harry Anderson to start with. I love Night Court. I love him. He's a funny ass dude. His stand-up specials used to be funny. He does that magic comedy before like The Amazing Jonathan.
I was gonna say before The Amazing Jonathan ripped him off.
And so like I love Harry Anderson. He's such a funny guy. But dude, does he nail this fucking Peter Piper?
He's the king of alliteration.
Rhyming alliteration, dude, which is harder than regular alliteration.
People pick on me. It's pernicious and and it happens all the blah, 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 like 9p fucking words that I can't do.
He said it's a pathetic prank pulled on poor Peter Piper.
Pitiful.
I love him, dude. I love the look. I love the red hair to the
I love
weird
that he immediately like gets in a fight with Gordon. Like that's his intro. He swings in Tarzan style, just tackles Gordon, and they have a brawl over in the pepper patch.
And they stay heated with each other the whole time. They never cool off. Like they're always kind of eyeballing each other through that whole scene.
Even at the end when he's just like, "I'd pay the piper to get that information," and he holds his hand out and he starts to hand him the money and he's just like, "No, fuck you. You get the chili dogs."
Oh, also the money. Where did that money come? Like, so they just have access? Is the Mother Goose's comforter store?
Or whatever that was.
It was a comforter. Remember, it was the Goose Down comforter.
Goose Down comforter store. He just went and raided the cash register.
And he was like, "It's all mine."
I mean,
to save mom.
It was to save mom, right? It was a ransom.
Yeah, I love Harry Anderson as Peter Piper. It was so fun.
Katie Seagal.
Katie Seagal
as Mary, quite contrary.
Yes.
Hi, low.
No, dude. When she said, I don't say hello. I say goodbye, or I don't say goodbye. I say hello. She said the Beatles, and then he said immediately said hello, and then she said goodbye. I was like, God damn it!
Stop it!
I was like, you guys are too fucking much right now with that.
You're being a contrarian. I am not.
I don't say goodbye. I say hello, goodbye.
I love Katie Seagal.
And then she waters the gopher.
Is it Seagal or Seagal?
I always say Seagal.
Me too.
But I don't hard hit it like
Steven Seagal.
Yeah. I kind of say it like Seagal. Like really, yeah. I don't know if that's right, but hers has A's. So I feel like Seagal is more correct, right?
I don't know. Hey, Katie.
It's definitely not Saggle, which is the only other way I feel like with an A.
Send us a voice message of how to actually pronounce your name.
Since you mentioned that we had Woody Harrelson hidden, because he is
just
hidden.
fucking hidden in a fucking lamb costume with a bowler hat and a cigar, doing a weird voice. He doesn't even sound like Woody Harrelson.
Totally, you can miss him if you're not paying. If they don't show you,
he's trying to work
end,
off Cyndi Lauper's like Jersey accent, right?
The only other person in the movie that they hide is Howie Mandel as Humpty Dumpty. But I feel like they had precedence for that because this is after the Little Monsters movie where he was in full makeup. Blue horned demon guy. Yeah. So I feel like maybe they were just like, oh, well, Howie's just used to this. Yeah. Howie doesn't care if people recognize him. Doesn't care if he
spends 9 hours in makeup.
Like, he's fine with people not knowing who he is.
Yeah.
My question to you is, did they tell Woody people wouldn't know who he is? Was it his suggestion?
Or did he just not care?
What was the thought process there? Because, again, everyone else is done up in a way you can tell who they are when you see them.
Yeah, 90s he did that fucking like spy movie too, didn't he? Where he got really big.
Yeah, dude, I'm just saying.
He was starting to get really fucking big then.
Woody, I mean, White Men Can't Jump.
Yes, White Men Can't Jump. Yeah. So, no, it had to have been like, nah, don't tell nobody, because he's got a sense of humor.
He was trying to do it on the down low.
Yeah, he's like, no, don't tell nobody. It'll be funny when people.
I'd like to believe that
the people who catch it, fine. I could see him doing it.
All right, now that we are all the way at the end, I think we can finally wrap up for people just real quick what the entire plot line of the movie is, because we've purposely not done this because it's one of those things where it's like if we would have started anywhere close to this at the beginning, we just immediately would have been like, well, let's wrap it because we've done
10 minutes, it's done.
So the plot line is just that Mother Goose disappears
and we gotta find her, but
the whole movie is not actually like, there could have been it could have been
like
Pee-wee's, it could have been Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I do know I was going to say that. I was like, this whole movie is only missing Pee-wee.
But the thing about Pee-wee's is like at least each step is still like investigative portions to finding out. This is not even that. This is literally like they want you to think that they're talking to people to find out where Mother Goose is. But if you actually listen to the conversations, it basically amounts to them giving each person 5 minutes and then saying, well, you gave me nothing useful. Time's up. I'm going to go. The only person who had useful information was Itsy Bitsy in the very beginning. And then it was all, well, let's look for Little Miss Muffet so that way she can tell us where Itsy Bitsy is so we can finally find out the rest of that. Every person in between is useless. A, not needed, and B, not who they were looking for.
Yep. It's just an excuse to be like, hey, remember this nursery rhyme? There's Jack and Jill. They went up the hill, but they fell down.
But it's not even that great because they don't even give us most of the nursery rhymes. No. Most of the nursery rhymes are like 1 or 2 lines, and then we skate past it.
The Cyndi Lauper one's still the best one because she's just like, I could have been a contestant and it was all your fault. He's over like, hey, yeah, blame it all on me. You know me, I'm gonna follow you where you go.
No, he says, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, you think I won't be okay? You just go out that door. I don't need you. You leave and I'll be all right because wherever you go, I'll be sure to follow. And I was like, well, you just kept saying you were gonna be fine if you leave.
The sound effect, the like crank of fucking Cyndi Lauper deadpanning the camera. Fucking dude, I lost it. I was like, that is too fucking funny.
Again,
it's my favorite scene.
It's so good, dude. Like again, this is the kind of so we did Milk Money where we were like, who is this for? Right? Where we were like, it wasn't really for the kids. It's not really a kids movie. It's not really for the adults.
Yeah.
They didn't really know how to mesh a story that adults would enjoy with what a kid does.
How do we mix hookers and kids?
This movie though is like is when someone is purposefully trying to say an adult can watch this with his kids.
Yep.
This is what you should get.
Like I said in the beginning, there's 2 ways to watch this. You family time with the kids, have a great time with the weird world, or get fucking baked as shit and giggle your ass off through the whole, or drink some beer.
Drink 3 beers and enjoy. But again, that's my point.
The mad acid trip of this movie.
This movie does what Milk Money was for a slightly older kid age, but it's still just like lost the connection between adult and child.
Yeah.
This movie is perfectly balanced. Like kids are watching, laughing at the things that they think they, they get, and the silly looking nursery rhymes that they understand, and
the
adults are
are
hearing
laughing
these
at
dad jokes and these very faint innuendos. Modern things with an innuendo would lean way
too
hard
into it.
These are so subtle when they make these like innuendos and these like adult like
Gordon's
comments.
leaned back trying to check out her ass under that fucking petticoat.
It's perfection, dude.
Or when they go to park the car and it turns into like, we're gonna fuck, right? And then mom shows up and blocks everything.
I do appreciate how they don't even address that. Like, it just happens. They, for a split second, look at each other like, oh
well.
And then they're just like,
then
okay,
off
whatever.
onto to go
Nobody
find
talks
the
about
cow that jumped over the moon.
Well, that's not even what they went to go do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They were like, we don't know what to do. Hey, the fair, we just dropped off Simple Simon. Let's go to the fair. So like we said,
there's no story.
There's
here.
no story here because the way they
have
wrap
to find Mother Goose
the way we
everyone
wrap
disappears.
it up. Yeah, the way we wrap it up is 50 minutes in. They put her in the moon to say, "I'm no longer there. Come find me over the moon."
Because
and
everyone's
that's not even
disappear.
literal. It's not even literal. She doesn't mean literally over the moon. She's still meant to leave this storybook Rhymeland world into the real world, which is mentioned a couple of times in the movie.
I have a problem with how they did that too. When the cow jumps and stuff, and then it like bursts out of the book and like busts a big hole. Shouldn't that create some kind of like temporal distortion field that's going to like start sucking everyone from Rhymeland into the real world? Like, I feel like that's a way bigger problem.
But how also do they even, how do people in Rhymeland know what the real world is?
No, they reference it all the time because even in like the little news reports, there's like other world or whatever.
But technically, none of that is even said until after Bo Peep mentions it to Gordon. And when she says it, Gordon looks at her like, real world? What is this concept?
Didn't he go to college in the real world?
No, he went to Aesop's.
Oh.
Aesop's Fables? That's what Mother Goose said.
I missed that.
You went to Aesop University.
I'm upset with myself. I'm supposed to be a historian.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad. God damn it.
I'm glad that we're almost.
No, you cut that.
Almost
no,
done.
you cut that. No one gets to know that I didn't know that.
No, everyone gets to know because that was so much. That is like that's like 2 minutes in the movie. We're about to wrap things up, and by chance,
it's like one of the second lines of the fucking movie. Oh, yeah. God damn it. All right, fine.
Aesop's.
Yeah.
Again, this movie was just fun. I don't know what to tell people. Watch it. It's crazy. The story wraps up. There's no story. There's no conflict. So she was stolen to the real world
by Alexander.
We don't even really understand how the real world exists and their world doesn't exist. But so when they got to the real world,
and can this kid do this with other fucking? Like, can he reach into like Jason and the Argonauts and pull the fucking Medusa out?
Well, we don't even get elaboration because it wraps up so fast.
No, because the kid immediately is like, "Oh fuck, I'm the bad guy. Oh, we'll go back here."
He might as well have just like lobbed him into the hole.
Might as well through that fucking hole burst it just like,
right.
He dice rolled him.
He was like, we gotta wrap. He was just like,
we're an hour 40 in. We gotta be done.
And then they're done, but they're not. I do give credit for this last minute ending.
We go back to
Rhymeland, and he was like, we get this whole thing where we find out Mother Goose created Gordon,
You're not a normie. You're a rhymey the whole time. It's okay to be strange.
Racism.
Right.
But this wasn't even like in a good way. This was in 100% in a way where they were just like, by the way, in case you didn't know, there was racism here the whole time.
Right.
Because like it's not even
explains why Gordon's kind of a dick to everybody through the whole movie. It's not even
that's just it. Like at least when you first hear it with Gordy, you're like, oh, well, he's like the only normie. Maybe. We don't know. Yeah. He's definitely one of few. But then even at the end, you hear Bo Peep lean into it because she's like, when you're he goes, I'm just a normie, and she was like, yeah, I really wish you weren't.
She's like, yeah,
implying that she was even racist.
Like, yeah,
she
that's
was
like your least appealing trait.
Because she was like, I can't date a normie.
It's like, if only you weren't normal.
But so yeah, the surprise twist was that he was not a normie. He was the very first.
And you should accept people for all their weirdness
and he just goes
and all that.
Okay. I think I already
honestly, I like his outfit at the end where they put the striped coat and the hat and the bow tie.
The hat, same hat from the news or the game show. The dude.
Oh, dude, it was.
I'm telling you,
nice.
The coat was different, but the hat was the same hat.
I was like, oh.
It's got the flowers on it.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, I was like, oh, now you look normal. The whole movie, you looked weird, man. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, it's, again, happy-go-lucky movie that doesn't actually, it never tells a story. You think it's telling a story,
but it doesn't.
But if you really look at the beats, there's no story being told. There's like absence of story happening.
It's a show about nothing. How do we know when it's over?
I'm telling you. Well, because if they were telling a story, wouldn't it have just ended before we heard the Gordon stuff?
Yeah,
because
probably.
The Gordon stuff
found mom, everything's fine.
The Gordon stuff had nothing to do with what the implied possible story was.
There was never even any like kind of mystery of like where he came from. We all just accepted flat out that he's her weird son that wants to rebel against everything else.
Thank you.
He's the punk kid of this universe.
Essentially.
Right? Because everybody else is so weird. The only way to rebel is to be a stuck-up tight ass.
There you go. That's how it seems.
Moral of the story, be weird.
All right. But yeah, I enjoy it. I love it. Before we're totally done, though, we have one last thing.
Yes. Our bit.
Bo, I'm going to hit you first this time because, well, you hadn't seen it, and I'm just genuinely curious. What's the thing, man? What's the thing?
For everybody on Patreon, they'll get to see what the thing is. The problem I might be having with this movie is that there's a lot of hand acting, and everybody does things like this, and it's everywhere, just frantic hand gestures.
Well, Bo, I don't know what you could ever possibly
you to do
mean.
It back to me. I wasn't ready for that, asshole.
So you didn't grow up with a lot of Shelley Duvall, and I did, and I will tell you that this was like her production company, and she
just loved this.
She very much liked
feel
that.
of like this frantic energy that everybody had.
She enjoyed that as a thing, and it was a thing she did.
The whole movie, I'm just like, if you don't know what to do with your hands, put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
Or behind you. Or loop it in your belt. Something. Don't do this stuff.
What I'll tell you is it's worse than what you thought, because it is literally that it's more likely that it was stylistically chosen, and half of those people probably didn't want to be doing hand gestures, but they were told, do more with your hands.
Is that why kind of Cheech is kind of like half-ass doing it?
He might have been one. He might have been one where they were like, do more with your hands. And he was like, I don't even fucking know what you want me to.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
If you don't give me direction for my hands, my hands don't do.
Talladega Nights-ing it over here. Ricky Bobby.
It may be, dude. I don't know.
Just put them in your pockets, man.
But I do know that she definitely, if you watch Fairy Tale Theater, if you watch some of her other ones, Tall Tales, you'll see a lot of very like, maybe it's just, because they do a lot. I was about to be like, maybe it's because they were using the kind of camera where they had to do a lot of like close up. There were plenty of wide shots.
Yeah, there were wide shots.
So I don't know, because I was about to try to give you like a legitimate reason,
like, even
but
some
there's
of
not.
Some of like the dance stuff is like they're doing way too much of like this movement with like the circles with their hands
during Hop to It.
Yeah,
Hop to it. All right, I will give you.
Yeah,
hands too much.
It bothered the piss out of me. Everybody just stop moving your hands. That's distracting me from everything else you're talking about.
Hands are too much. I will give you.
All right, Shane. Since mine was such a bother, what was yours? What is your the thing?
When I first went into it, I watched it one whole time, and at first I didn't even I couldn't find anything.
Didn't really
I
have
think
one.
the nostalgia blinders were too hard the first time.
Little kid again.
Yeah, and so like the first time, like I was gonna come in and I was ready just to tell you like I just want to know why we don't have more of this today, like this
kind of movie,
little like this super band, but in a movie.
Yeah, we just grab a bunch of celebrities and do a cheap fucking
direct for
TV
VHS
special,
yeah,
like the fucking Star Wars.
This isn't a
holiday
major
special
production.
Shit.
We're not gonna make you pay for it. We're just gonna give it to you for free on network.
What
television.
happened to the NBC special productions? Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Is just like, where is this? We don't have this anymore, and we need this. But then on the second watch through, I hit I hit my weird conspiracy theory fucking shit. And dude, I'm telling you, I don't. So at the end, right? Like the again, we just talked about this. The premise was Gordon was actually a Rhymy all along. So that takes it from in the movie where we had assumed maybe there were other normies and Gordon was one of them, to a point to where since we had never actually seen any others nor reference to other normies, and then we break through to the real world, implying normie doesn't mean me and you.
Yeah.
Because if it's me and you, then they'd be this big to us.
Yeah.
So it's normie is still something different, right? So there are no normies in Rhymeland. There are only Rhymies. Yes? And Mother Goose created the Rhymies? But if Mother Goose created the Rhymies, and that's everybody else, what is Mother Goose? How did she get like, because Michael pulled her to the real world. So if she was a human, right? Like
she would have been
normal again.
Size.
She would have broken free from her storybook world. She wrote herself
and returned
into
to normal and would have had like the nice sit on my lap, little boy, and I'll explain everything.
But that's not
she's still like 2 inches tall.
So she is a Rhymy. But she couldn't have
created herself,
or could she? I know this is like...
So who created Mother Goose?
Who's
the god of this universe?
I'm trying to hit you with the Shelley Duvall philosophy talk here. But I'm telling you right now, the implications are wild. I don't understand. What's the Big Bang? What's the impetus of story world, of Rhymeville, of
Big Bang,
Rhymeland?
The Big Bang of Mother Goose. And then she burst into the universe and all was there. Opened up her book, and the light began, and the world was born.
First with Gordon, then everybody else.
It was terrible.
Kept that secret.
Yep,
she was ashamed of the dirty secret that she couldn't make a good rhyme.
What was it? It was like Gordon had a pet goose, and it got loose.
Yeah, it just...
We don't get to hear the rest of it.
Went worse from there, yeah.
Mother Goose was born from all of the atoms of existence.
I'm telling you, dude,
existence.
I had such an issue with it. It was such a...
And then she looked around and went, oh, well, I can't sit in a black fucking void. Started writing.
Well, exactly,
and built the world around her. No, I get it. She's like one of those like demigods from ancient mythology.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, did Rhymeville always exist, or Rhymeland or whatever it was? Yeah. Was it always there? Was she at one point in time a being standing in a roomless, buildingless Rhymeland, and then she started creating things?
It's like in that episode of SpongeBob, it's just the white fucking void, like hello, and then the words just keep coming back at you.
I mean, I'm sure that they had no intention of causing someone an existential crisis while watching this movie.
You smoked a little too much before you watched it the second time.
But for a moment, I did indeed
hit that bong a little too hard, brother.
I might have been enjoying some drink. I'm just saying, though, the existential crisis was real.
Right.
I was very worried about
I didn't go on a trip through time and space like you did.
But it's there though, right? Yeah, when I mentioned it to you, it was one of those like shocking moments where you're like, I never needed to know, but now that you've said, I do need
for this
to know.
Cheap, straight to VHS Time Warner fucking cable movie that
Shelley Duvall happy kid time moment.
It broke my whole universe. Now I can't think of nothing else.
All right, we're done, guys. way to go again, Goose Island.
Yeah, it's good shit.
You're a big company. You make good stuff. You know you make good stuff. But this is, I think, the first time
Chicago.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've had anything of yours on there.
Yeah,
I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty
sure this is the first one.
I have definitely enjoyed your products before.
It's
though.
Good. We drank all of it.
This was the first time I've had this one, so I will say that I enjoyed it. It is a more flavorful ale than most.
Yeah.
Right? Most ales are generally kind of just like, might as well be a lager.
Yeah,
right. And I don't mean to diss a lager, but we all definitely know, like, you know,
fucking
your head
Pilsner.
thinks Budweiser. Yeah, your Pilsners and lagers. You're just kind of like, what's interesting about
some
it?
bubbly water.
But this had some character.
I liked this. We
This
drank
had some
all of
character,
it.
yeah,
Nothing
I
but
liked it.
empty cans on the table.
Enjoyable time, guys. Find yourself some. On that, I will go ahead. We said that we were going to talk about this more at the end. Now's the time, guys. We're going to talk about this. We know that technically there are 5 weekends in November and that we've only done 4 movies. That means the next one comes out in November.
It's close enough.
It's the 30th. It's
literally one day.
No one watching. We release at night.
They won't even watch it until the actual
That's what I was gonna say.
Like, it'll be December before most of them actually
we release
watch it.
at 7:00 at night, and I would love to believe that people are listening as soon as
It's just
it's
waited
released.
with bated breath.
But
Countdown timer going. Oh, it's almost time.
I know that most people are just waiting until the next day.
Just me, you know.
So we can call it what we want to call it, but
Yeah,
we're going to
it's
go
close
ahead
enough.
and start Christmas. It's Christmas time.
Yep.
Okay.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. Do 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 do.
And so the next thing that we also have to set you up for is a reminder that this is the season of loose ends.
And we are not trying at all.
These beers will just be Christmas releases.
Yeah.
You know, like the first year we did Christmas ales. Last year we tried our best to even still make them match the weird Black Christmas movies that we did.
That was hard. This time, nope.
This year,
anything
guys,
holiday related.
If it is a holiday release from a company,
it's on the table.
And we're not looking for a connection.
Nope, don't care. If it's got Christmassy shit on it, I'm down.
Look,
Let's go.
Some of these movies that we're trying to do are to connect to some loose ends, including the very first one. So that's okay. Bo hit him with the beer. I'll hit him with the movies. So that way they know what we're hinting at.
Yeah, we got Elliott Cottville Brewing Company's Sugar Cookie. Ale brewed with natural flavors. That's all it gives me.
And so I know
what makes it sugar cookie. Is it just like really sweet, you think?
I don't know. And I know that people at home might be like, well, that doesn't imply Christmas. But if you were looking at the can,
it's got like fucking baubles and
Patreon people will see it next week and understand.
Oh, there's even a you got to look at the wide. There's like a Christmas present.
There's ornaments. And I mean, it's Christmas.
Kiss my ass. It's Christmas.
Again, I get from the title. If you're not looking at the can, you might be like,
you can have sugar cookies any time of year, Shane.
But if you look at this can definitely has one time of year placement. But on that, our first movie that we're going to do with this one, again, no connection in the name. No. Just deal with it, guys.
I don't even know if there's cookies in this movie.
I'm sure at somewhere.
They're not.
Santa's in the movie, so there has to be a cookie.
There has to be a sugar cookie somewhere in this fucking movie.
But we're not worried if there is or isn't.
We're not worried about it.
We are going to be doing Ernest Saves Christmas because it is a loose end.
It is.
We have done Ernest Scared Stupid.
Now we got.
It is time to start doing the rest of them. And what better place than to start with the next holiday one?
Yeah.
Like he didn't do a lot of holiday ones. We got 2 for sure.
Needed a St. Patrick's Day one.
We needed to get the
Ernest in Ireland.
That would have been the perfect one for this,
right?
You know there would have been drinking.
Hell yeah,
in that one, right? St. Patrick's.
We just get any Irish stout and fucking go, man.
But there is not one of those. But there is Christmas. So we did Halloween. We're doing Christmas.
Ernest fucking Saves Christmas.
Classic
one.
We love it. Enjoy.
Yep.
We're gonna have a good time. Bo, before we officially finish, anything you want to say to everybody?
Never forget your will to be weird, because being normal is vastly overrated.